Let me ask you a question. Have you ever spent an hour on the perfect training run, you hit that beautiful S rank in speed only for the game to spit out a 1-star wit spark? It's one of the most frustrating feelings in this entire game, right? Well, today that frustration ends. Because the reason it feels like a lottery is because, well, it is one, but after this video, you will understand how to effectively increase your odds and understand why you might be getting those low sparks. We've all been there. It feels completely random, it feels unfair, and it's one of the biggest mysteries in Uma Musume. We all have this idea that if we train a stat really hard, we should be rewarded with a spark for that stat. But the reality is a little different. Today, we're pulling back the curtain. We're going to expose the truth about how sparks really work, and I'm going to tell you the most effective way to hunt for those perfect 3-star sparks. This is the stuff the game doesn't tell you. All right, so first, let's talk about the big misconception. The common belief is that the game looks at your highest stat at the end of a run and then gives you a spark based on that. It makes logical sense, right? You work hard on speed, you get a speed spark. Simple. Unfortunately, that's not the truth. That's not how the game decides at all. Thankfully, this user on Twitter provided a pretty simple image on how the game chooses what spark to give you. At the end of a run, the game randomly picks a stat type: speed, stamina, power, guts, wit. Each has a flat 20% chance of being chosen. Your stats have zero effect on this initial dice roll. It's a 1 in 5 lottery every single time. So you might be asking, then what's the point of having high stats? And that's where the second step comes in. After the game randomly picks a stat, let's say the dice lands on power. Now the game looks at your power stat to determine how many stars to give you, and the difference between an A rank stat and an S rank stat is massive. Let's use the chart and break it down into 3 simple scenarios. Scenario 1, your power is 1,100 or higher. This is the jackpot. If the game chose power, you now have a 10% chance for a 3-star power spark, a 70% chance for a 2-star, and only a 20% chance for a 1-star. You are heavily rewarded for hitting that S rank. Scenario 2, your power is between 600 and 1,099. This is the mid-tier. Notice the huge drop. Your chance for that 3-star spark drops to just 6%. Your most likely outcome is a 1-star or 2-star spark. That jump from B+ to S is everything. Scenario 3, your power is below 600. Now, it's basically impossible to get a 3-star spark. You have a 90% chance of getting a 1-star. This is what happens with your bad stats. It's a 2-step system, a random roll for the type, then a stat check for the quality. So now that we know the real math, how do we farm effectively? Let's compare 2 players. Player A uses the old method. He goes all in, finishing with 1,200 speed, but every other stat is at 400. What are his odds of getting any 3-star spark? Well, it's a 20% chance the game picks speed, times the 10% chance for 3-star quality. That's a 2% total chance to get the spark he wants. He has a 98% chance the dice roll picks a garbage stat and he walks away with nothing useful. Now look at player B. She knows the secret. She builds wider, finishing with 1150 speed and 1100 power. What are her odds? She has that same 2% chance to get a 3-star speed spark, plus another 2% chance to get a 3-star power spark. Her total chance of walking away with a powerful 3-star spark has effectively doubled to 4%. It may not be much, but it is a higher chance in the long run to get the spark you want. The truth about sparks is that you can't control that initial dice roll, but you can give yourself more winning lottery tickets. The takeaway for you all should be this: when you're doing career runs, don't just build all into one stat, build wide. Every stat you can push past that 1100 threshold is another 2% chance at a random 3-star spark. Of course, this is difficult to get all your stats past 1100, so the best thing to do is try to get your stats to 600 for a higher chance to avoid getting a 1-star spark. That's the secret. Hope this helped clear things up for you guys. Let me know in the comments if this changes how you're going to do your runs. As always, if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.